This 57/0 is also a heifer that I really like really well. She's a heifer that just has a lot of balance to her. She's going to be a heifer that no matter who's judging, she's going to give you a good look. She's really nice and refined in her makeup. She's a female that's clean in her underline. This is a heifer I really like. I think she's going to be a heifer no matter who's judging, what type they like. She's going to be somewhere up in that upper part of that class because she's very balanced and doesn't have any real big glaring flaw in her. This heifer might not be the biggest heifer, but she'll be one of the best heifers. She's just a really nice heifer, easy fleshing, good doing, very correct on her feet and legs. She's a heifer that will have a lot of friends if you come look at her.
The dam to 57/0 is going to go down in the history books here at V8 for something pretty special. She is going to be the first female that we have ever cloned here at V8 Ranch. 277 was one of our first Sloan daughters to be born, and I can remember at the 2020 National Brahman Show in Shreveport, that was our first outing with all of our Sloan cattle. And we had 3 heifers in the class that 277 was in, 3 really good heifers. And I can remember when we were trying to decide who was going to show what, Dad spoke up very quickly and said that he wanted to show 277. We had liked her from the start. She was a consistent show winner throughout her career, including that first time out where Dad showed her as a calf. She won her class that day out of, I think, around 30 heifers. And second was 279, who went on to be the ABBA Show Cow of the Year. 277, as I said, was a great show female, champion at the Cattlemen's Congress. She was champion at San Antonio as well as Supreme Champion American at San Antonio. But 277 suffered kind of a freak injury and later an early death. And as such, her production was very limited here. The first bull that we wanted to flesh 277 to was 380 the Machine. Being a Sloan daughter with no 380 in her pedigree, it seemed like a match made in heaven for us, and that was the mating that we were most excited about. This mating produced 3 heifer calves, this one that's in the Made for Magic sale, and then there's 2 other heifers that will be in our private treaty sales. So when we were making the decision to clone 277, which is monumental in our history, we've never cloned anything. The quality of this mating to 380 was at the front of our mind, but we had also mated her to other bulls. We have fleshed her to Municipal, and we had fleshed her back to JDH Avery. Every mating was good with this cow. I can think back when I was young, there was another cow that suffered an injury, and her production throughout her life was limited because of that injury. And that cow was Miss V8 165/4, who is now the matriarch of our biggest cow family here at V8. And we think that 277 has the potential to make a similar impact based on these very few flushes we were able to complete before she passed away. So we're looking forward to the clone of 277/9, but we're very proud of the daughters that we have on the ground now, sired by 380 and these other bulls that we mentioned. 277 is from the Miss V8 410/6 cow family. 410 is actually her maternal granddam. 277's mother, Miss V8 463/7, is a Register of Renown female. 463/7 was Reserve National Champion as a calf under Judge Pasquale Swanner. And she's a full sister to our former herd bull, Ocho Cinco. V8. This is a line of females that's always frequently pictured by visitors. Many think the 410 cow, the matriarch of this family, and this heifer's great granddam, is the ideal Brahman female in terms of phenotype. The cow family that this heifer represents is highly respected worldwide. She had an actual birth weight, very light, of 61 pounds. When you look at her EPDs, she has 9 traits or better in the top 15%. Being sired by 380, her EPDs are just as impressive as you would expect, especially those growth traits of weaning weight and yearling weight. She's in the top 1 and 2% of the breed for those 2 traits. But anytime you have 380 in the mix, pedigree-wise, the EPDs are going to be impressive. But truly, in this case, they're just an added bonus because her phenotype is good enough to stand on its own.